Peace be with you, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Trevor. Really grateful to have you here, and today's video is going to be a recap of my weekly fragrance rotation this past week. I think the second week of July here. Today's the 17th, I believe, so yeah, right around the 9th, I think, till today. And we'll get right into last week, which was quite event-filled for me. Starting off with Monday. So Monday, rocked this one right here, Jean Paul Gaultier's Beau Eau de Toilette. Haven't tried the intense version or the Eau de Parfum that's got the black gradient. I think they added pineapple to that one. Could be really good. This I keep in my rotation because it is really one of the only coconut, beachy, sunscreen sort of vibe fragrances that I have in my collection, and I think they're perfect for this time of the year. July is sort of my epitome of beachy, aquatic fragrances, and this one's great for that occasion. I do have one other one that fits that bill, but I'll probably be featuring it in a hidden gems list coming up here later this month. But this one was rather enjoyable for the majority of Monday. However, Monday took a turn for the worse. I got food poisoning and just had to leave work early. Couldn't really enjoy the smell of the fragrance and just spent most of the night throwing up. Luckily, everything was good by the next day. Felt a little bit awkward or ill at ease for the remainder of the week or so, but we're still recovering. But that was Monday, Jean Paul Gaultier's Beau Eau de Toilette. Okay, so Tuesday was getting better. I was feeling better, was not throwing up any longer, and wanted to go for something easy, something fresh. Went ahead and reached for this one right here, 1920, the Origin Eau de Toilette from the house of Tous. So this one is a little bit of a hidden gem as well. It is affordable. You can get it for right around the $30 mark. And I haven't smelled it, but I believe this is a inspired by fragrance from L'Odyssée pour Homme Fraîche, or Eau Fraîche. So this does smell quite a bit like the original Issey Miyake pour Homme, which I do have. However, this kind of guts out the florals and replaces the yuzu with the grapefruit. There's some cardamom in here. Some cinnamon, so it's got this like really nice spiciness to it, but you don't really pick up on the spices at all. It just adds to this aromatic mystique about it, I would say, because it's predominantly a very fresh kind of aquatic feel in the air, very poolside appropriate and cooling, and very much an attention grabber. This was probably the most well-beloved fragrance that I've worn, at least by the people at my work so far this entire summer. So definitely check this one out, and I'm very eager to try out Issey Miyake's Pour Homme Fraîche because this scent profile is quite enjoyable. Not one of my personal favorites, but it performs very well with those around me. So that was Tuesday, Issey Miyake's, 1920, the Origin Eau de Toilette from Tous. Okay. So we had Wednesday was this one, which I got in the mail on Tuesday night. I was excited to get this one as I'd sampled it recently. I was a little disappointed, however, when I opened up the package. I bought this from Aura Fragrance, and the disappointment came when I saw that I got a metal cap version. I would imagine it's not too diluted from when they had the plastic caps, since this was a newer release already anyways. But I do think the plastic cap versions of this were just a little bit more aesthetic because it matched the plaque color just a little bit better, but very enjoyable wear for me on Wednesday with this one, Aventus Cologne. I definitely do enjoy this scent profile better than at least the Aventus that I have, which I find quite balanced with smokiness, fruitiness, and I don't know what batch of Aventus I have exactly. I know it's one of the 100 ml bottles, but that being said, I do enjoy this one quite a bit more. It's just a little bit more bright and refreshing and versatile, I would say. Well, maybe not versatile because you can't wear this one as easily in the cooler weather, but This is more of like a dumb reach version of that scent DNA, and a little bit less loud. I feel like you can definitely overspray Aventus, but this one I feel like you can get away with overspraying and you won't have any issues. So this was my first time wearing it out of the full bottle. I did sample it once before and really enjoyed the DNA. And I would also like to give a small nod over to the fragrance brand Hawthorne. They've got a fragrance right now called Canary Diamond. They rebranded it recently, and it used to be called Sophisticated and Aromatic, and it was their take on Aventus. So it came out before this came out, but I feel like it comes pretty close to smelling like this Aventus Cologne. It's like a little bit more of a musky take on Aventus, and it was perfumed by Rodriguez Flores Rue, so it's kind of, if you could imagine, like a John Varvatos take on the Creed Aventus DNA. So I'm looking to maybe pick one of those up. I had it in the Sophisticated and Aromatic bottles, but I gifted that away, and so I'm thinking about maybe buying and doing a comparison video, but just wanted to put that out there on everyone's radar. It's a pretty high quality Aventus fragrance that's really under the radar. But this one, just excellent wear on Wednesday, and all throughout the week we've been having very temperate weather, just perfect sort of nice sunny days with blue skies and white clouds. So moving on into Thursday. Busted out Maahir Legacy from Lattafa. So this is a Parfums de Marly Sedley clone. I have sampled Sedley. I prefer it slightly, but with my sampling with Sedley, I really only got one wear out of it, so I can't compare the projection and longevity. I hear that this one performs and projects better, and if that's the case, I might end up, I'm still probably going to eventually get a bottle of Sedley, but not sure whether I'll be recommending this one or the original. What I do dislike about this one compared to the original is it's got a really strong synthetic shower gel smell for like the first 10 minutes in the opening, but other than that, it dries down pretty similarly, just like a more spicy take on the Sedley DNA, whereas Sedley is also a little bit more creamy in its textural feel and its lavender, whereas this one, it does have a little bit of an abrasiveness from the spices. But I kind of feel like that adds to its masculine appeal a little bit more than the original. So this one has gotten me compliments in the past. Didn't get any compliments this past Thursday, but really nice, refreshing, and enjoyable wear with a nice spearmint, citrus, and kind of like a shower gel scent profile. So that was Sedley, Maahir Legacy Silver for Thursday. Okay, Friday. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I think it was Wednesday night when I was coming home, the night I was wearing Aventus Cologne, my Corolla back here finally crapped out on me, or I don't want to say crapped out, but I just ran it into the ground. It's got right about 300,000 miles on it, so gonna have to get a new car now. So in addition to the food poisoning, I also, my car is no longer with me, and that's like a very sad departure, as I had quite a sentimental attachment to the car. It's been with me since high school. It was a 07 Corolla, Toyota Corolla, and so yeah, we'll be looking to buy a new car soon, but that was a sad departure, and just something that happened this week. So Friday was a happy day. Almost didn't wear fragrance. I was actually officiating a wedding, so I married a bride and groom on Friday, and I almost didn't wear fragrance because I didn't want to be distracting to the bride and groom, but my wife insisted that I should wear one because of the importance of the occasion, and she said to wear the one that we wore at, or that I wore at my own wedding. So that was Acqua di Gio Profumo. Again, pretty inoffensive fragrance, so it did fit the bill of trying to be inoffensive for the bride and groom. Really nice aquatic, marine, green touch, some nice herbal qualities in there as well with some incense. The best Acqua di Gio I've gotten my nose on. I haven't smelled any of the newer flankers that have come out, the EDP or the Parfum, but out of all of the ones from the EDT, the Profondo, and this one that I have tried, this is my favorite, the most versatile, the most kind of sophisticated, I would say, because of the dark edges to it. And yeah, it was great busting this one out again, just because I haven't worn any of the Acqua di Gio DNA fragrances in some time, save for maybe like Tom Ford Costa Azura Parfum. But the actual Acqua di Gios, this was just a really nice, refreshing treat from some fragrances early on in my journey, and kind of sent memories from my own wedding. So that was Acqua di Gio Profumo for Friday. Okay. Oh, sorry, that was Saturday. Saturday was the wedding, and when I did all that. Friday, I actually wore this one right here, Pacific Rock Moss. So this was, I was still at work, that was right. And Friday I tried to wear niche fragrances, and this was the one that I put on. I bought this one back in the winter. This is my first time really being able to wear it in high heat. I will say that this one I felt had really poor longevity. Like, I put it on and I can't really smell it. However, I did get a compliment on this one from somebody, not even like a customer. I was dropping some food off at a business, and one of the clerks that was in the store that was pretty far away from me, you know, like there was a good like 3-foot distance between me and them. At about the three hour mark while wearing this one, they complimented me and said that I smelled very good. Older woman, probably like in her 40s. So yeah, that was just an interesting event that happened with this one, because like I said, I go nose blind to this one very easily. I can't smell it on me after the first couple of minutes, but it is very pleasant. It has a really nice fine mist of citrus that reminds me a little bit of the type of citrus that you get in Byredo's Bal de Freak, if you've smelled that. And then it has some of that semi-sweet, salty ocean air vibe that you get from Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Eau Intense. So it's kind of somewhere in between those two, because there is a little bit of like warmth and lemonade style sweetness in this one that makes it a little bit different from the Light Blue Eau Intense. This one's definitely a little bit more unisex than that one as well. And all in all, though, this is a really nice, pleasant fragrance, easy to wear, and it seems like a compliment getter and something that lasts beyond the 3-hour mark. So that was Friday, Pacific Rock Moss. Excited to get some more wears out of this one. That, like I said, this is my first real wearing in the high heat. So, and then Sunday. So I already did Saturday. We had the wedding, and Sunday I had a few errands to do, some running around. Getting we got our oil changed, did some laundry, and do my gardening on Sundays, do tomatoes and basil. And since I wasn't going to be at work or anything, I could kind of wear something for myself that I didn't really care about how other people's picked up on it, and so I reached for this one, this Aedes de Venustas signature. This is a really unique fragrance, a summertime incense fragrance, so it's unique in that respect already, but you've got rhubarb and tomato that kind of lend to this very tart vegetal fruitiness, kind of strange sounding, but definitely works in here. So yeah, it's got this really nice tart vegetal fruitiness with some incense and some very nice aromatics. Just smells, I like wearing this one because I garden on Sundays, and this kind of matches the vibe of the scent profile in the garden. Just some nice zesty, fruity vegetalness with kind of brightness that you get from being out in the sun. This one's great for that. Definitely a try before you buy, though. Very artistic and unique smelling fragrance, and very pricey for these full bottles, but really, really enjoyable wear on Sunday for me during the day with this one. And then for the nighttime on Sunday, I decided to retire with B612 from Nishane, which is a very woody, aromatic, kind of icy cold in some respect, lavender fougere style fragrance. So there's a very strong cashmere note in here that gives it this kind of, for me, a smoky, woody type textural feel. And the opening, there's this very brisk coolness from a geranium. It's very kind of minty in some respects for quite a while. That lasts in the opening for quite a bit. And then it dries down into this nice aromatic woody lavender kind of scent profile. Very unique stuff. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Winter Nights from Dason Fragrances, if you've ever smelled that one. That one's a lot more smoky and dark, but this one, yeah, just a very unique lavender sort of fougere style fragrance. Cypress wood in there as well. Very much looking forward to wearing this one a lot more here in the upcoming autumnal season, but this was a great one to kind of wear to bed that night. So that was Nishane's V612 for Sunday evening. Okay, that was my week in fragrance and a little bit of a recap of some of the events that happened to me this week. I'm kind of run down. I don't know if I'm coming off that way in today's video, but it was a very eventful week, a little bit stressful. Had, you know, like the food poisoning and the car breaking down and everything, so and then a little bit nervous. It was my first time officiating a wedding and marrying some people off. I actually have another wedding coming up in early August that I'll be officiating as well. So we got the street sweepers just up the road here, so I'm going to cut the video now, just that way I don't get muffled out by them as they come down the road here. So as always, I really appreciate you sticking with me to the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one, and I hope to have a lot more content rolling out now that my schedule is kind of opening up a little bit more during the week. So happy Monday, everyone. I'll see you. Take care.